I've always wanted to play ball, basketball. Now, that may sound strange coming from this old Oriole here at Camden Yards. But yep, when I was a kid, the hardwood was where I wanted to be. Little did I know that my story would be written playing baseball, positioned right here, on green grass under open skies. And for 14 years, this is where you'd find me, center field. From exhibition games all the way to the World Series, I watched it all unfold right from this spot.
The alley, Bumbry, going, near the track, reaches high and pulls it down. Only Bumbry's speed kept it from going against the wings and hits it sharply. Hit the right center field, base hit. Dempsey had to hold up for a moment. It goes to second baseman Romero.
My name's Al Bumbry. I played for the Baltimore Orioles for 12 years. I enjoyed playing for the Orioles, but I enjoyed playing baseball. But I was fortunate enough to spend most of my time in the major leagues with the Orioles. For a young Al Bumbry, sports meant that I kept active. It was something I loved to do, and obviously I was pretty good at it. Basketball was my first love. We used to play basketball off of the wall in front of the garage. Baseball, I played it like every little kid played. We played stick ball, rag ball, backyard ball, whatever. I never played Little League, I missed that. But I played basketball well enough where I got a scholarship to Virginia State University in Petersburg. I played basketball there for 4 years, and I didn't play baseball there until my senior year because we didn't have a baseball program there.
Al had played for Dick Bowie, one of our scouts, during the summers, but he was really just a basketball player at Virginia State. His senior year, he played baseball, and Bowie convinced him that he had a future in baseball. Al was actually reluctant to sign. But when he did, the Orioles drafted him in the 11th round in 1968. In 1969, because he had been in the ROTC program at Virginia State, he was destined to go into the Army as a second lieutenant and head to Vietnam.
When I got orders to go to Vietnam, and when I finally landed there, I became a platoon leader, and I had 40-some men that I was responsible for. And my captain told myself and 3 other lieutenants, this war was going on before you got here, this war will be going on when you leave, so your main objective should be to do your job, but at the same time keep in mind you and your men get back home safely. Then I come out, I hit 340, 340, 345, whatever, at 3 different levels. In a year and a half, I'm in the big leagues. And people ask me that question, what happened? And all I said was, I matured. When you're responsible for lives, all of a sudden this baseball thing doesn't seem to be so damn tough.
I can recall the first time I ever saw Al Bumbry play. It was in the spring of 1974. I was playing for the Montreal Expos at the time, and we were playing the Orioles exhibition game, and he hit a triple. And I forgot who I was sitting next to on the bench, but I turned to him and I said, that's the fastest guy I have ever seen.
I never sat down and dreamed about being a major league player. I never dreamed about playing in a World Series. My motivation was I hated to fail at any damn thing I did. I hated to get thrown out when I tried to steal a base. I never wanted to get thrown out on a base or at a base. If you can run like I could run, you're not supposed to be getting thrown out on a regular basis.
I was the first Oriole ever to get 200 hits in a season, and that was in 1980, and the reason I remember that is because he seemed to be on base every time I came up. I never saw anybody hit from day one to the end consistently as he did.
I mean, covering B, watching him play, once you were around him and got to know him, he was the kind of guy you pulled for. He was just a good guy. Who wouldn't pull for Al Bumbry, who Earl Weaver used to say, the hardest working player I ever managed. Hard work, a smile on his face. What wasn't to like about Al Bumbry?
When people ask me what's your most memorable moment as an Oriole, I tell them it was the parade after we lost the World Series in '79. These fans were unbelievable. They were stopping the routes of the cars, they're all in the streets, and everybody jumping up and down and screaming, and I never got my arm jerked so much that day. Then in '83, we won, and those fans were back out there again.
You know, after baseball, and baseball was extended for B, he coached here with the Orioles, the Red Sox, a couple other stops, but has always been around the game, teaching the game to kids, mentoring players, mentoring current players too. They get to know him. Al Bumbry, he's always going to be part of the baseball fabric in Baltimore.
My legacy would be whatever the fans thought, you know, about me and the things I did, you know, and I try to keep my nose clean, and so far I think I've done a pretty good job of that, and the fans have welcomed me and they recognize me and they still appreciate the way I played. So as long as the fans feel that way about me, I can't ask for anything else other than that.
You know, I've played with a lot of people over the years, and I'll admit, as I said, the Orioles are a very special team, but within a special team there are special guys, even more special. And my best friend over the years, and still, is number one, Al Bumbry. And he's number one in my book.